We're in Nebraska. Hey boys, welcome back. A little different one today. Goose and I are off on an adventure, and I wanted to bring you along. And as part of it, Goose is trying to pull me off my legs. As part of it, I wanted to give you an update on the whole State Park Sundays thing, and play with my new camera. And what a place to do it! Look at this. Yeah, Chadron State Park. It's awesome. Anyway, there's a picnic shelter over here, and we're gonna hang out. We're gonna go over stuff. We're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna bring you up to speed on stuff, how things are going, etc., etc. Just something random today. I know it's Thursday, and usually I put out reviews on Thursday, but honestly, I didn't want to do a review this week. Next week there'll be one, not this week. So let's check some things out. Guys, before anything, it's been a long day, and I need to crack a beer. This is a Dan the Wiser from Kincaid Brewing in Broken Bow. They don't really have any breweries here in Chadron, so I got the next closest, and that's, Broken Bow, which is pretty close out here in western Nebraska. So I apologize if it looks weird. Being lazy, I haven't switched the lens out from the one for, going on the state park tours. That's such a good basic beer. All right, let's talk about state park. Let's talk about my adventure. Remember at the beginning I said for the state park tour that I was planning on doing, I think I said 3,500 to 6,000 miles or something like that. I don't remember. So today I have driven, as by the time I get back to the hotel, and we'll explain that in a minute, it'll be 500 miles. And yeah, it's been, and that is on top. So before I left on this, I think it was right at 3,000. It's either 2,800 or 3,000. I can't remember. So that puts me right now at like 3,300 to 3,500. And I have a lot of trips left. If this is under 10,000 miles when I'm done, it's going to be amazing. This trip alone, I'm doing, honestly, guys, I don't know how many days I'm doing. You know what? I'm just sick of being at home. I'm sick of being inside. I'm sick of being in the city. I had to get away. I love my house. I love my family. I love my fiance. Shout out to you, April. You put up with my craziness. But I just had to get out. It's the outdoors calls me. It's what I feel so much better now that I'm here. I've been stuck at home for almost 2 months. Actually, it is 2 months. I think it's almost exactly 2 months was my last trip. So it's been a lot. And, fear is the fucking mind killer. All right. I'm going to throw an image up way back when. I used to ride bicycles a lot, and I know that's going to shock you, but for real. And I got the receipts too. If you look up, any of you that ride bikes, if you look up Guitar Ted and you look up his recap of the Good Life Gravel Adventure back in 2009, yeah, I was one of the very few that finished 135 miles of gravel roads in one day. It was brutal. Anywho, way back when, I used to destroy rear wheels. There was this wheel builder at CycleWorks in Lincoln, Jared. Shout out if you're watching this or if you're still out there. Dude was the best wheel builder on the planet. He took a special interest in mine and built me a stout wheel. And the first time I changed I blew a tube on it. I changed it, and he wrote on the inside of the rim tape. He wrote "Fear is the mind killer," and I always remember that. Anyhow, that's the thing. It's like, man, I had to get away. I could have made going up this morning. I had 150 freaking excuses to not go on this trip, but I just left, and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. I don't have to be home until Friday afternoon. That's really. So today's Tuesday. You're going to see this Thursday. And there's going to be 3 parts to this. Maybe 2 parts. I don't know. We'll do more exploring on other ones. The time got away from me again today. And you know what? I refuse. So bringing this all around together. This, kids, for anyone that's under a certain number of ages, called a map. And some paper, and it's amazing because I am done with Google Maps. We'll get into that later, but we're going to go ahead and get the Nebraska map up. We're going to talk really quick about what I've done so far. And remember at the beginning of this, I said I was going to hit all the parks I hadn't hit. I've hit some that I have. However, things have changed. So I started out. So you remember how at the beginning of this, I mentioned how I'm using a new camera and a new lens? Should have been foreshadowing. So when I go to point down there, I cut off half the map, and I didn't even realize it when I was doing the video, and I did all this work to show you guys the map. So I'm going to kind of spoil it for you. I'm going to try to hold my iPad steady here, which is hard because it's this giant thing. The first trip was that one that you saw with Summit Lake, etc. So that would have been north of Lincoln and Fremont and Omaha, up there in that area. The second trip was the one with the dogs for Lewis and Clark, Niobrara, Ponca, that area up there. The third trip would have been central Nebraska, so north and a little west of Grand Island in that area, and Ord, and that, so all that kind of area. And the fourth trip would have been the big one out way up north, and then starting into west, ending up around the Valentine area with Smith Falls, and then you'll see there's 3 more parks to come of that you'll see in the coming weeks. So, sorry, oopsies. I live here in Lincoln, right? My first trip kind of went up in here, up in this area, kind of up in here. Yeah, right around here. My second trip, when I took the dogs with me, we went all the way up here, and then, yeah, we kind of came up in this area, and then came down, and then back home. Okay, that was my second big trip. My third big trip took me way up here. Like, we went up here, my third big trip went over here, and then we came back, and we came back down again, okay? So then the fourth one, I'm going to get boring, I'm sorry. The fourth one, we covered all this area and kind of cut off right here. I mean, literally, I can remember this is the highway I took back. This is the cutoff point for the fourth trip. And that was at the end of May. Now it's end of July, and I am up here way up here. That's where I'm right now. I'm in Shatter, Nebraska. So I drove from here to here today. I think as the crow flies, it's like 463 miles. This is a lot. The plan for the next 2 days, I don't know. Right now, the outline of the plan is I'm going to come back here. I haven't actually done this park yet. I could have, but I could have missed the sunset. I'm going to turn you guys around in a second. You're going to see it too. I don't want to miss that sunset. It's beautiful. So I'm not doing the park tour tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. But then kind of the plan is to kind of cover, there's this one, and then there's another state park over here. And then we're going to go down and cover all this area. And then I'm probably spending the night in Sidney, Nebraska. However, you see here, it says Colorado. Okay. I have wild hair, and it's called Colorado, and I love Colorado. I love Fort Collins, and Fort Collins, from where I end up tomorrow, is about 2 hours or less. So it's entirely possible to end up in Fort Collins tomorrow night. If not, I am going to stay in Sidney, which is here, and then whatever day that is, Thursday. For sure, this big guy right here, which if you know, you know, that's Big Mac. All right. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go down, maybe down in here. I don't know yet. And if I stay Thursday night, I'll stay somewhere down here, and then I'll come home. Anyway, that's the boring crap. All right. Sorry. Don't mean to bore you boys. I mean, especially when we have a view like this. Like, I'm blocking this. I can't believe I'm blocking you guys from it. I have another sip of beer. It's amazing. I don't know how good that is after that much time on the road. But yeah, check this out. Let's see here. You see what I'm seeing? Look at that. Just look at that sunset. Oh, just freaking blowing my mind, boys. Blowing my freaking mind. So yeah, let's go. What's up, man? We're back, because without fail, every single time I start recording, somebody drives by. Anyway, boys, That's kind of what the hell's going on. I'm just up here, just enjoying it. And like I said, I'm staying at a hotel. Actually, on 3 nights I didn't even I brought my camping tote. I didn't bring my tent. I didn't bring anything. And the reason for that is, honestly, these park tours and doing all this traveling whoops my butt. And I got 2 bad knees. I ain't making excuses, but I'm just saying, by the time I'm done, I'm pretty well spent. And honestly, I don't want to mess with setting up the tent. And then if I'm going to do that, I'm going to set it up quick, and I'm not going to want to set up my cot, which my cot it must have been designed by Germans. Fucking, it's a pain in the ass. But my cot's a pain in the ass. So my cot is kind of a pain, and so I don't want to sit there and mess around with that too much. So the converse of that is, if I don't, well, I'm sleeping on the ground. When I go to get up, my knees, man, they're just so bad anymore. It's not fun. And then I'm like, I can guarantee you, if I would have camped tonight, I probably would have gone home tomorrow. I don't want to do that. So, but it is beautiful up here. So other things that have happened this weekend, actually, I just got back. I went to the Midwest Bushcraft Show summer camp down in the Ozarks, and I didn't record a video. In fact, I didn't record any video. Because, boys, honestly, sometimes there's just some stuff that's just for me. I mean, I would have brought you guys along, but number one, it was hot. It was like 90-some degrees. It was mid-90s, 60-some% humidity. It was like a swamp. If you've ever been down there, it gets hot. So that was number one. Number two, I just didn't want to mess with the camera. I'm sorry, man, if you guys wanted to see that. Was it great? Yeah, it was great. Jason and Shane knocked it out of the frickin' park again. And the thing about the Bushcraft Show is I always glean more from sitting around the campfire with the guys than I do for the presentations. And that's not to knock the presentations. But, man, you get sitting down there and you got a lot of brain power out there. You got a lot of guys that have done a lot of stuff and have figured out a lot of shit the right way, the wrong way by doing it like I do. By messing up. Oh my God, real quick. Check that out. Sun's peeking through. Oh, I should have done the fancy HDR matey mode. But I didn't. Oops. Anyway, there's so much knowledge there and so much experience that you gain so much from it, and they are the best group of boys. And I'm just so glad that I discovered it and I went. That's what I'm saying. That's where the whole fear is the mind killer thing coming in. When you hear Midwest Bushcraft Show, you're probably like me. You go, Bushcraft. Oh God, I'm at best when I camp. We're bordering on glamping here. Okay. But it's not like that, man. There's nobody down there. There's the guys down there that they legit, do survival stuff, like live in the woods for days on end, weeks on end, or out messing around, doing stuff like that. But then there's just, average people like me, and nobody is gonna just be a jerk. And that's what I love about this community. That's what I love about the outdoors. Have you ever noticed that people that go outdoors and spend their times outdoors generally are not raging assholes? Like, that is why this channel is Big Ben's Outdoors. Because I could get into computer stuff. I could easily make a very good channel and probably make some money off of it on computers, on gaming and stuff like that, because I've been doing it for forever. But number one, it's my job, it's not my hobby anymore. And number two, man, you get some raging stuck in their basement. It's like you get the worst. You get some of the best, mind you. Man, you get some of the worst in that. But the outdoor community is just second to none. Like, just the people I've met here on YouTube have been fantastic. And yeah, that's what it all comes down to, is like, fear is don't be afraid to do shit. Like, don't be afraid, man. Like, what is holding you back? If you sit there and you go, I'm stuck inside, I'm stuck in my office, you know, it's rotting my brain, it's rotting my soul, I need to take a vacation, but I can't, I have too much. You know what? Somebody else is going to do that work, all right? Just get out there and go. Like, I could have 1,000 reasons not to take this week off, but I did. And you know what? Everything's going to be fine. I'm very, very, very blessed and lucky to have an awesome boss and an awesome job. Not going to lie, all right? But at the same time, like, you got to take time for yourself, your sanity, because, you know, it just rots you. It's just like that soul rot. You know what I mean? It gets me. It just gets me. That's a good beer. That's a good beer. I can't even talk. I'm tired. Speaking of, Jack, if you're watching, I'm going to add one to the care package. You'll like it. Anyway. Yeah. I can get stuck in my own head, and I can get stuck in, you know, all these things. And man, the last couple months have been brutal. I won't go into any detail. If you watch the live stream, I'll say exactly what I said there. Is one of my immediate family members, they had a very scary health issue that is now cleared up for the most part. They still need some stuff, but there was a very scary time, and I couldn't leave town. And I was worried, and I was just wrapped up in everything. I probably gained 20 pounds. I mean, I didn't need to gain 20 pounds. All right, let's be honest here. But I probably did. And just from stress, drinking. And once the stress, it's funny because once the stress boils off and once you go outside and do stuff, it's like, you don't care. Like, I don't, like today, I think I have had a Cliff Bar and some, you know, those Jack Links meat and cheese you get? Yeah, that's what I've had. Just for a second, listen. Like, you can barely hear the highway. Anyway, man, boys, I fucking love life right now. I love this. I'm dropping more cuss words in this video, I know. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. That's who I am. This is what you get, right? This is me. But I'm just sitting out here, like, look at this view. Like, this is what I keep doing. It's just looking out here. Like, I hope this is coming through on camera. Oh, it kind of is. I'm looking at the little screen here. But, yeah, look at that. It's just staggering. And this is what I was hoping would happen, man. Is that this would, this whole channel and all you guys have given me the motivation to keep doing this. I had no freaking clue. I think my pie in the sky goal, or I think my goal was to have 100 subscribers by the end of the first year. And, you know, just to reach some people, to get some people to go outside, because if they see my old ass going outside, then they go out, go, hey, if you can do it, I can do it. Pie in the sky was 1,000 at the end of the year, and I'm gonna do that. And I honestly don't care. You shouldn't care about numbers, but what it tells me is my ultimate goal with these state park videos and all my videos is to get you to go outside and for us to save these places. All right, all these damn politicians, look, and I ain't gonna get into politics. We ain't doing it. Don't listen, Kyle, Stan, Steve. We're not doing it. Okay, what I am gonna say is that all these politicians want to do is sell this land off to private companies to make some money. And that's not what they're there for. These aren't their lands to sell. These are ours, and we need to protect them, because if we lose them, we're never getting them back. Like, look at this, like this place. Like, look at this. Like, there'd be all these, you know, McMansions out here that somebody comes to once in a while, and it'd be gone for good. Like I said, we're never going to get them back. I'm going off on a tangent. But that's my whole goal, man, is to get you to go outside. And with the State Park Sundays, is to get you to go to these places. And it's been awesome. I mean, it's been a really awesome experience. And I'm really glad I'm back out. So, how long am I going to be out? How many parts is this going to be? I don't know. It's probably going to be 3, maybe 2. But completely lost my train of thought. It derailed. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming up. If you want to see some camping stuff, I have a big camping trip planned at the end of sometime in September. I'm just gonna leave it at that, vague. Towards the end, you won't see the videos till October, and that one I am 100% going on because I will take my cot. It's a multi-day one, so that one will be fine. And then, so the next couple months are gonna be busy. So I have that, and then I have the Midwest Bushcraft Show, Bushcraft and Bluegrass, which will be in the end of October. And then I am planning on, in the middle of October, going to visit family in Wisconsin. And you know what? I don't know that you guys are going to see any video from that, because that might just be one for me, because I'm taking my son, and you know, that might just be one of those that you don't see anything on. So it's a beautiful area. I think I'll be a criminal if I don't freaking take you boys with me, you know what I mean? But maybe it's just because it's cold. But yeah, and I got more stuff coming. If you want survival kit stuff, I have one I'm going to do, probably it'll be out next week, the week after this one comes out. Then I got another one that actually is, I wasn't going to buy anymore, and I bought one at the Bushcraft Show that is freaking perfect. And it's going to be controversial. Yeah. Because we're going to talk more about other things than the kit. So that's going to be fun. But then I got other stuff for you. I'm going to try to do more of this kind of thing. That's ultimately what I want to do, kind of mix it up, because I do like reviewing gear. I do like looking at stuff, but I also like getting out and doing this. I mean, Goose loves it. He's passed out. Like, he's snoring. Can you hear him? Anyway, I love doing stuff like this, and I love bringing you guys along, because maybe you'll just think, hey, I'll go there. When we're talking about the maps, by the way, why I bought this is because Google Maps can go to hell. I have had so many times where it has led me on a wild goose chase. It happened today. I was so mad at myself because I ended up trying to rush myself to get between two parks, and I turned right down this road and it said minimum maintenance. I'm like, 3 miles. I don't know if I should do this. Right about the time I thought I should turn around, it turned into basically a path through the prairie is the best way I could put it. And I feel sorry for the sunflowers I killed today. There was a lot of them. It was ridiculous. That's the last time I'll be relying on that, because usually what I do is I map it out on that, then I check this, and I'm getting to the point where I'm more relying on this and my truck's GPS, because my truck, like, the one thing I didn't want when I bought that thing is a navigation system, because I'm like, what is pointless? Like, that I was going to order it and not get that option, but I ended up buying it in July of 2020 at the height of COVID, when you couldn't order anything. And it was on the lot, and it had everything else I wanted, but it had that. And I'm like, fine. It ended up being awesome, because the onboard, have you ever noticed this? Like, Google Maps trying to map to a GPS point's a pain on the iPhone app. I don't know why. It's stupid. And it does stupid stuff. But on the truck, I can actually get my GPS coordinates of where I'm at, and then I can get them, and then I can map to a GPS coordinate. And here's the thing, kids, those of you who are young, is these maps, okay, if you look, they have latitude and longitude lines, okay? So you can figure out your GPS locations, okay? So, like, here you go. Like, you see that? See that lat and long right there? Lat and long right there. So you can kind of get a good idea of grid lines and things like that. And the best part about these is they are color coded with what kind of roads these are. And if I would have looked, I would have gone, oh, I shouldn't go down that road because it's grass. But I didn't, because I trusted Google Maps for the last time. And that's only in rural areas. I get it. When I'm going from like when I went down to the Bushcraft Show, like if I'm going from Lincoln to Kansas City, I'm using maps. But, you know, rural areas, get yourself a map and learn how to use it, and learn how to like really get into it, because there is so much here. Like, there's so much data here. Get yourself a good compass with a little, magnifying glass, and learn how to use all of that, because it's freaking invaluable. But I think old Goosey, Goosey, are you alive? Goose. I woke him up. I think he's ready to go to a hotel. And speaking of that, yeah, I'm not camping, but I am staying at a local hotel, the Westerner Motel in Chadron, Nebraska. It's a little locally owned, mom and pop place, and I freaking love it. I love supporting places like that. And I better figure out something for dinner because he had dinner. But yeah, that's all for part 1 of this misadventure. Part 2 will not be the following Thursday, but the Thursday after. So it'll not be the first Thursday in August, but the second Thursday in August. Or maybe a Tuesday. I don't know. I'm going to get crazy with the cheese whiz. Who knows? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a little different. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on things and on life. If you didn't watch the live streams and on my trip. This trip has been amazing. I'm glad I did it. It has been a lot of work. Like it is, let me put it this way. I underestimated by a million degrees how much work it's going to be. Now it's a lot easier because I got this GoPro and mounting it on my truck. I can do a lot. It works a lot better. It has that horizon lock or something, and it's so much easier. An ultra wide lens, I mount it to the end. By the way, if you want to do YouTube or you just want to record stuff for yourself and you want a vehicle mount, buy the GoPro mount. Do not waste your money on Amazon. I have $100 worth of Amazon mounts that I'm going to throw away. The GoPro mount will work with any action camera, and it's $30, and it is fantastic. Absolutely perfect. I don't know what I was doing before. Wasting my money. And yeah, I think plenty of people told me that, but I don't listen very good. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring you up to date. But this has been an amazing trip. It's been, like I said, a lot of work. Each part takes me on the low side an hour, high side 2 to 3. It just depends. It really depends. And I'm going to start getting out and trying to walk around them more when I have the ability, because if I don't, you don't get to see stuff like this, right? Like, yeah, it's amazing. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. And by the way, I've talked about Goose. I've shown Goose. You know what I'm going to say now? Oh, before I say that, could you please like, share, and subscribe? I'd love to hit 1,000 subscribers if you're watching this. If you made it this far through all my ramblings and you're not subscribed, man, you need to, because good stuff is coming. I'll be honest. I'm getting better and better as I do this. It's practice makes not idiot or something. So that's what I'm going for. But if you made it this far, yeah, hit that subscribe. And while you're down there, remember Goose? He's a rescue dog. I've linked some local animal rescues, animal shelters. I'd love your help. Or if you have your own, help them out by either donating some money, some time, or even better, get a goose. They're great. And yeah, visit some other small YouTubers. I'm gonna link my buddies down below that have supported me as I've started and have been, really great. They got good shit. You should watch them. And yeah, I just hope you all have a good evening. And like I said, while you're watching this, I'm probably going to be out, I don't know, somewhere in western Nebraska. So hopefully, and by the way, today, when I left home today, it was 95 degrees and I was cooking. Here, 75. It's amazing. I don't want to go back to my hotel, but I got to. And I got to shut up. Thank you boys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.